Hey everyone, hope your week is going well. Now that we are working on our final draft of our personal narrative that's going to be due on Saturday night, I wanted to make sure that you all can see the feedback that I gave you on the drafts of your essays. Or, well, it's the draft and the proposal that you did. So, to see my feedback, you actually need to go into your individual discussion board forums. So you can see here are all the discussions. I've put feedback for you for your revisions in two areas. So the first is in Module 4. If you click on your personal file, so let's say we're Marivi and we want to see what I've said, all you do is click on yours, and then you want to go down to where I've given some sort of comment. So the important thing is always going to be this stuff that's in bold. That's what I want you to focus on. So Marivi wrote her little proposal here, and I said, I really want you to focus on incorporating specific sensory details into your writing. And that's not unique to Marivi. That's for a lot of people. So when I say a sensory detail, all that means is like, access your senses. What did you see? What did you taste? What did you hear? What did you feel? Another common one that I've given to a lot of people that you may want to look at is, I believe I put it on Jiraiya's. Let's see. No, hers is a little bit more specific. But what I'm looking for is putting in your own perspective. So when I say put it in your own perspective, you need to show us how you feel in the moment. So you can see here, Andrew's writing about this terrible thing that happened in Halloween in Seoul. And I said, I want you to focus on the conclusion of the essay where you explain how this experience has continued to impact you in the present. Now, that may seem obvious to you because it's your story, but your reader doesn't know your story, so you kind of got to explain it to them. You got to put them in the perspective. Here, Andrew's got to tell us, what did it actually feel like? What was going through your head when all these terrible things were happening? So that's in Module 4. Make sure you look there. Once you all have posted your Module 5 rough draft, I have put in feedback for everybody. So I haven't put the grade in because people are still doing their response posts and I don't want to put in a low grade. But I have put feedback on every single person who's done the rough draft. And here, it's the same sort of thing. So Dorian wrote about going to Honduras, and I've given him, a little bit of stuff that I want him to work on. So here I said more narrative elements in your story, and this isn't unique to Dorian. I wrote this on a lot of yours, but put in that dialogue. A lot of you are describing conversations, but not actually showing the conversations. I want you to describe it. If I ask you to do something like that, I'm not trying to trick you or anything. I normally put in a question of specifically what I want to see. So here I said, can you put in a conversation with you and this person that he met? I don't know how to say his name. Since he's Honduran, I guess it would be like Hafet maybe, but I don't know. If I said that wrong, Hafet, I'm sorry. And you can see there are lots of things like that. Other common ones are like, oh, show us how you were feeling, expand the conclusion, add in more reflection. All of you will have 1 to 3 things that I want you to work on. After you see my comments, all you got to do is incorporate those comments and any comments that your classmates have put into there. That's what you revise for your final draft. And I really want to emphasize, if you look at I think I have to go into student mode. If you look at the assignment for the final draft, it gives you like the rubric and all that sort of stuff. And you can see that revision down here at the bottom is actually 20 points of the final grade. So if you don't revise very much, the best you can make on it is an 80. So you really need to do those revisions. It's really, really important. So make sure you look over that feedback. Try to incorporate it into your final draft. That's due on Saturday. And then on Sunday, you make a video where you kind of explain the revisions you made and talk about your writing process. One more reminder, I'm going to post your midterm grades on Friday so you can see what your grade is in the course. I'll have an announcement and everything for that. The one thing to keep in mind, though, is that just because of when due dates are in our short course, Your personal narrative and your video are not going to be in that grade, but everything else will be. So we'll give you a good idea of what your grade is, but it's just not going to include the personal narrative final draft or the video. So I hope that helps everybody. If you have any questions, just reach out to me, and I'll reach out to you by text if I have anything I need you to work on.